like I won't step away. I feel like I won't step away. I feel like I won't step away from hitting center stage. One step away from coming out the tunnel to the game. One step away from everybody jumping on my way. Now just let me introduce you to the way I do my thing. I feel like I'm a step away from hitting center stage. One step away from coming out the tunnel to the game. One step away from everybody jumping on my way. Now just let me introduce you to the way I do my thing.
I've been doing this for a long time, from tape decks to online. Whenever the music land, I leave them with blown minds. Now they got me connecting the wireless phone line, but still I'm using the pen and the pad when it's go time. Hope you're ready for me. I'm on the ladder, I need you to hold it steady for me. Your bottom dollar, I need you to go and bet it for me. Just put that faith in your pocket and then collect it for me. So now they checking for me. Still on a long road, doing 104. See the pole, but pulling over's a no-no. Any tribulations dealing with trial, I'm gon' blow. Any situation killing my smile's a no-go. Keep it low. I'm equalizing my vision, see it in slow-mo. Just like your head on the swivel using a GoPro. It's definitely gon' happen, ain't nothing so. I'm dripping with shine, my soul
I feel like I'm one step away from hitting center stage. One step away from coming out the tunnel to the game. One step away from everybody jumping on my way. Now just let me introduce you to the way I do my thing. I feel like I'm a step away from hitting center stage. One step away from coming out the tunnel to the game. One step away from everybody jumping on my way. Now just let me introduce you to the way I do my thing.
Better cut on your high beams and then drop you some Visine. This ain't a simulation, you getting it live stream. The way I stick to the music, it feel like we Siamese. We don't want no operation to separate our team. We the truth, homie. I got a grip and ain't nothing coming loose on me. Pivot planet in case a hater make a move on me. Old head just trying to make a little new money. Gotta feed a few stomachs, tell them to running. Gotta get to them blue hundreds. What, where, when, and why? Don't forget about who done it. Smoking on that Jamaica, I'm calling it cool runnings. Rolling up back to back, you can say that I'm too blunted. So here I am, full of that feeling, I'm backstage. Or in the tunnel vision and victory lap fame. R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle for touching the rap game. Welcome to my introduction, presented by that
I feel like I'm one step away from hitting center stage. One step away from coming out the tunnel to the game. One step away from everybody jumping on my way. Now just let me introduce you to the way I do my thing. I feel like I'm a step away from hitting center stage. One step away from coming out the tunnel to the game. One step away from everybody jumping on my way. Now just let me introduce you to the way I do my thing.
This is the Male Review on RadioCast.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Studio 7A, it is your boy Mark L in the building. Is it what?
7B.
Is it 7B?
It's been that long since you've been here, dude?
Yeah, it's been a minute. Okay, coming at you live from America. We are in America, aren't we? This is America, ain't it?
That's what they call it.
Okay. Coming at you.
Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that?
I'm not ready for that conversation. Not ready. We're gonna do that on our Politics Now show, where I think we'll pick up some people that got let go from CNN. Let me start over. Coming at y'all live from Studio 7B, your boy Mark L in the building with the Male Review. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just joined the Saturday show, the flagship show of Yale Radio Cast, the Male Review, in the building with your boy Mark L, the Cat in the Hat, and my wonderful co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the hardest working man.
Oh my God.
In the room at the moment, but the hardest working man.
What
was the moniker again? Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything.
Everything. The man is everything. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in the building with the Male Review and the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. How are y'all this fine Saturday morning? We are glad that you are here with us, checking us out as always right here on YaleRadioCast.com, also on Facebook, and we on everything, man. We streaming everywhere.
Yeah,
streaming everywhere.
I mean, we're streaming everywhere. The streams don't want to damn deal with us today, yo.
This is what happens when you get this energy in the building. All the equipment just start malfunctioning. Shout out to the upper room.
Shout out to the upper room. Look, y'all on y'all shit today. Okay?
They on their shit today, boy.
Yo, okay, I see you, Biden administration. That's who the fuck I'm calling out. I see you, Biden administration.
Here's the deal. We're not worried about that. We're trying to figure out. Can anyone call in and tell me? Oh, you know what? Just put it on the stream if you're on the stream. Can anybody tell me why do we have to have this funky conversation about raising the debt ceiling all the time? Because this is what I need to know. If I go and want to get a 74-inch TV and I'm going to go in the store and they tell me it's $19.99, can I ask them to raise the debt ceiling and just say, let me just get it and walk out the store with it? I mean, I'm trying to understand. Where are we getting this extra money from?
Technically, you can ask.
Oh, okay. But
yes, you can ask.
But the last time the officer said, never mind. I put it on the cart. Never mind. I mean, look.
Did you ask?
If you'd have left the car running like I told you. Anyway. We would have had anyway. But yeah, y'all. So we here, man. We here. Welcome back. Last weekend, we didn't do the show last weekend, but we did go out and do some stuff for the community.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be pulling that up. And I forgot that, man.
What? You can't forget that. Listen, it was hot, but it was good, brother. So we went out and did some community work last weekend. Y'all know y'all think we just be sitting here running our mouths and spitting that smack, but you know. Just to be honest, man, to be a part of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, we actually have to be extraordinary in more ways than having this extraordinary, radio cast. It's already extraordinary, all in and of itself. However, in order to be the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, we had to league together with other gentlemen and go out and do something extraordinary. One of those things was helping out in the community, man. We went through a complex over there off Hollywood Road, and we handed out groceries to people, man. And those people, the grateful looks on their faces. Because I know first, being in communities and, let's just keep it funky, in communities where crime may be at an all-time high, where you see a lot of crimes done and you see a lot of violence and you see a lot of violence against women and children and the like. I mean, our society is set up like that. But in a community like that, to go and all of a sudden group up a bunch of men, especially, definitely a bunch of men, a lot of grown men out there, a lot of young men were out there as well, and then a lot of the young ladies were out there. Shout out to the Jeep Club that came out. Shout out to the brothers in the Slingshots. They was out there doing their thing. We kind of went through the community, man, and handed out bags of groceries, and they were so grateful when they saw us out there, but hearing us chant. We got some video of it right now.
I love black people.
I love black people.
I love black people.
I love black people. I love being black.
One man.
One man.
One woman.
One woman.
One child.
One child.
Hey, man, I love that goddamn chant, bro.
Hey, man, listen. We was doing it out there, man. I felt it.
That's us in the circle. We had just a moment where the brothers was hugging each other and we connected, man.
Yep.
Man, I'm glad you joined us, Mark. I've been doing some business with New Era Atlanta for a couple about a month now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's just really, really, really I really appreciate the opportunity to be connected to an organization. As you said, Markel, they're trying to like the new wave in my eyes of the Black Panther Party.
Yes.
And not necessarily to be so much on a radical level or a combative level, but this is the part that I've always spoken of. We need to start policing ourselves.
Correct.
We need to start financing ourselves.
Yes.
We need to start taking care of ourselves. And I said this because I got a clip that I'm working on for our participation because we're getting called out now as the Male Review.
Absolutely.
So they're saying Male Review is out here, and I appreciate that because people are starting not to necessarily look at us as a podcast.
Right.
But a collective.
And it is. So that's really what it is, man.
Yeah, so I love that people are starting to see who we are and what we bring to the table, brother.
Listen, we bring so much to the table, I think, personally, but that's just my opinion. However, the community will speak for themselves. Right. I'll let it be like that. But what I can say is this. And one of the sisters at the actual event where we did go and hand out the groceries, she stated she was filming, and we were like, "Hey, what are you filming?" She was like, "I'm filming the black men that they say ain't here. I'm filming the brothers they say are not in the homes and are not out here showing up for the community."
Her exact words is, "I'm filming black men that don't exist.
That don't exist. They're figments of your imagination, but yet and still the people got fed, my brother."
Man, and then the ladies. This is one of the things that we do when we go out there.
Yep.
And shout out to Key 2.
Oh, shout out Key 2. What's up, bro?
Check out his interview on motivational shit last week as well.
Yep.
When we go out there, and him being the president of the organization, he says, "Hey, man, two women need to have a man with them." Well, I said that's perfect for marketing.
And then wait,
Hey,
just a side note.
I got the perfect guy.
Look,
2 women
and wait.
for one guy.
The funny part, just a side note, is the man in the slingshot pulled up playing my song. This train gonna keep on rolling. Hey, I'm like, wait, I got that and a soundtrack. I meant to be here. No, just talking. But yeah, man. Hey, the reason he did that, man, is one, so that you can see first and foremost. There's 2 men out here that are willing to help. One, we bringing the
2
bags
women
up
to
the
one
steps.
man. So yeah,
2 women and 1 man.
Yeah, because they felt like we're going to make sure that these women are going in and knocking on these doors, and they need to have a male presence with them.
Yes,
just to make sure things go safely. Because honestly, we are in the hood.
Yep, it's the hood. It's real.
And we just us being from the hood. You can't just knock on my goddamn door.
Listen, well, shit. Let's talk about the news. I mean, that's pretty much what's been going on nowadays.
Right.
People knocking on doors and things going horribly awry. So just having people there for safety is good, but it also shows a balance. And I think I'm thinking more of the esoteric view of it, in the fact that you got this man and this woman, or this man and these 2 women coming to the door,
right,
and they're trying to do something of sustenance. We're not, not to take anything against religions, but we're not telling you to follow this book or follow this theory or anything like that. What we're saying is, hey, listen, we know how tough it is right now. We know how high groceries are right now, and we know that people, there are food deserts out here. I hear this conversation all the time about there being food deserts.
Right.
Here today, on that day, we acted as an oasis. We acted as a way for the people to get some food. Now, they may have had a whole kitchen full of groceries, or they may not have had any groceries. It really didn't matter. What matters is that with these meals and with this food, you can use it to feed your family or feed other families. I remember we handed out a couple of bags, and we got to the point where we had so many, it was like, give them 2 or 3 bags.
Right.
Hey, my cousin, hey, take it to your cousin. Right. It's all about what we do in our community. And this is something that Dylan has talked about incessantly since you started doing
it, right?
Yes, yeah. We're not gonna get there without helping ourselves, y'all. We can wait on a handout, and we go back and forth about our politics and who we think about. But at the end of the day, Joe Biden is not walking up to hand you a bag of groceries. Yeah. At the end of the day,
but he got a whole bunch of bag of coals, though.
Listen,
I mean, that's a big bag.
I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is, you can't expect the help from up top. You need to expect it from the grassroots level, man. You got to start here. You got to start where you are, and hopefully that will grow and spread into something else, right? So shout out definitely to New Era
and Keith Lewis with I Am a Father First, who they joined out with, man. My brother Keith Lewis, and
he was out there driving the truck with all the groceries on it.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't gonna walk.
No. Big Keith.
Boy, Keith knew how to.
He was like, I got this. Put the groceries in the back of my truck. I got you. You want me to park right there? Okay, I got you. Put it back up? I got you. Shout out Keith, my man. Keith was out there getting it, boy. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Keith. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Keith handed out bags too. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Keith handed out some bags of groceries too. But yeah, man, it's just the thing that probably warmed my heart the most, though, darling. And like I said, even though we didn't do a show, it felt.
That's a show to me.
It's a show. It felt like more of a show to me, and not a show like we're making this up characters. Yeah. No, it felt like reality. It was reality, because the thing that warmed my heart the most is that all the men that were out there were definitely out there for the cause of trying to help this community. Right?
Yes.
And that's all we want. And we we talk about the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and it started out just kind of as a conversation, and it started to blossom into all these new things. What we're really trying to do, and I see as we move forward that the vision is, we want to continue this League of Extraordinary Gentlemen because we are extraordinary. And the more that you do this, the more that we reach out in the community, the more that we mentor, the more that we talk to these brothers, the more that we deal with young fathers, and the more that we get these families together, we build the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
There you go.
Going forward.
There you
Long
go.
after we are laying on the ground.
There you go, brother.
Long after we under the ground. Actually, I'm getting burned up. So I'm going to be in the sky. I mean, y'all know Mark. You know how I get down. But my point being, we want this to lay the foundation to continue this League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, because, look, we all we got, man. We are extraordinary. Yeah. Let's show that we're extraordinary, right?
Definitely.
Okay.
So continuing with the activities of it being Father's Day weekend along with Juneteenth weekend, we're combining the things that have developed throughout this week to make today an important day for us. So that was a great event. Once again, shout out to those. So following, just to show the work don't stop.
It don't stop. No days off. Did we say that on the way in? No days off.
And I got the hat to say no days off, by the way. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite hat. Speaking these things into existence, brother.
It happens.
And I'm totally into the ideology and the belief of speaking things into existence.
Yes.
Manifestation
power, y'all.
Yes. Power, law of attraction.
Yes.
So as though these things are happening, it's becoming more frequent.
Yes.
So us at one point doing events or doing these things every 2, 3, 4 months, going now to every 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah, man, it's getting there.
Now it's going to 2, 3 times a week.
Man, look here.
So if y'all don't see us in the studio, just know we're out working. Mark's on vacation. He's flying somewhere.
And dialing this for the streets, apparently. But we knew that before the show started.
I am the streets.
He is the streets.
I am the streets.
I am the streets.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out. I am the streets.
Look twice before you cross it.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Look twice before you cross it.
Hey. Somebody around here got to be made of concrete. Okay.
Okay. That's what it is. Bars.
I did see my sister on the stream. Shout out to Willette.
Shout out Willette. I saw you pop up. Yes, ma'am.
But to continue with the activities and the things that we've done as of late, we followed up from that event from Saturday, went on to have Key 2 on Motivational Shit podcast with Lightworker Wayne, who was out there with us as well on Sunday.
Let's get it.
They came to the crib afterwards, bro. Key 2 swung by the crib.
Right on.
Let me backtrack a little bit. Wayne came by the crib, and being that our brother Therapist G was not at my birthday celebration, birthday gathering, he showed up this past weekend, this Sunday.
Okay.
So the brothers all on the balcony.
Okay.
Ladies doing in the kitchen doing lady shit. I don't care.
Minding your business. You was minding your business.
I was minding man business. Where the men belong.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Get it.
We was out there in the woods. We was on the balcony.
I was on the balcony in the
talking
woods.
Man, but I'm sitting back, right? Because I know everybody here.
Right.
Garrett here. Terrence, which is one of the elder statesmen of the brotherhood.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? It's there. And then Wayne comes by. I got Key 2, who nobody knows at this point who the hell he is, swing by.
He's just there.
And I'm watching brotherhood happen.
Naturally.
Organically, if you will.
That's the word.
Because now you got Wayne, who is a mental health advocate.
Yes.
In the same space with Therapist G, Garrick, who is a therapist.
Yes.
Who is also joined. Now we got Key 2, who is a community activist.
Yes.
And Dylan, who is
just Dylan.
Just Dylan.
Mr. Everything.
You know what I'm saying? Doing some shit. He's trying to figure out who the hell he being Dylan.
Lord, he doing his thing.
Yeah, he doing his thing. But I'm watching these brothers connecting a link, if you will. Shout out to Miss Shirley. Shout out to Miss Shirley. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute about some things that you've done for us as well.
Yes, ma'am.
But just seeing, and then talking to Wayne afterwards, say, hey man, me and Key 2 is working on a mental health event, and we want to talk to Garrick.
Yes.
This is the thing that we're talking about: building a community. Juneteenth.
Yes.
Black empowerment.
Yes.
Black support.
Yes.
Alongside of the fatherhood, brotherhood thing.
Yes.
Father's Day.
Yes. And just to let y'all know, even though it is absolutely Happy Pride Month, I'm gonna shout out to my Pride people. I'm an ally. It's also Black Mental Health Awareness Month.
It is Mental Health Awareness Month. Yes.
So I say Black men's because it's Juneteenth, damn it, and I can do that.
Right.
But our mental health is important, right?
I mean, you know,
all of this is good.
To us, it's important. I want to ask the women: do they actually think our mental health is important?
I like to hope so.
Because the thing is, once we get to talking about our mental health,
yeah,
be honest. I'm here to be honest with y'all. You got to scale back on some of your opinions about what you think we need to do, or what you want to force us to be, or what you want to force us to do.
Right.
Because,
we need some allies. Because
when we talk about the concerns and the health and the needs for a woman, it always says, hey, you need to stop handling us like this for us. Well, on the flip side, ladies, and to be honest, you can't handle me for shit. But
Lord.
There's some soft dudes out there that y'all handling in the I keep on saying, hey, I never said I lead in soft.
Right.
I'm a 747. I'm going to land how the fuck I'm going to land.
Jumbo.
Jumbo
Jumbo
jet. I'm going to land how I'm going to land.
Okay.
Some dudes aren't built for the forceful opinion.
Okay.
I need you to be. You know what happened. You know.
Oh, I got you. And that does peck away at your mental health.
If you're constantly doing it and you don't know how to say, you know what, let me leave this dude alone for a minute. Because the thing is, we're already built. We're created for fighting the world, right? So we're coming in from a fight with the world. The last thing we need to be doing is fighting with our woman.
Correct.
Okay. So go sit down somewhere and support me. Support me, and I've always said support is for me. I need my peace of mind. I need my space.
Right.
And I said this when we did our Tuesday event, the fatherhood event, which was at Hill and Haven ATL with Sean Chin.
Shout out Sean Chin.
You know what I'm saying? So Hill and Haven ATL, and he sat down with myself. Also was included was Travis Barber. Shout out to Travis Barber a day. Getting his ceremony.
He's about to get his ceremony on today.
His doctorate. Dr. Travis. Hey, man.
Dr. Trap.
Dr. Trap.
Dr. Trap.
Dr. Trap.
That might be a new show coming.
Look here. I know
Dr. Trap.
Hey, Trap. I know you're trying to elevate. Now I'm with your elevation, brother, but you still gonna be Dr. Trap.
Dr. Trap. That's what we're gonna call him.
Is that like not a superhero name?
That's a superhero name. Dr. Trap.
Is that not a superhero name? Dr. Trap.
That's the man.
You know what I'm saying?
Congrats to you, brother.
Congrats to you. And also Keith Lewis was there with I Am a Father First. So he sat down, so we sat down and had a conversation about fatherhood. I'm gonna play this clip and then we're gonna talk about some of the things that was discussed in that event.
Yeah, in the building. Yeah. Hey, we came here to support Sean Diamond at the spot, man. Just play the game. It's Tuesday night. What else you doing? Yeah. The NBA Finals over. It's all about fatherhood, you dig?
Real. See, we came up in broken homes, no shooting stones, but fathers absent. Getting old and being your own seems like a rolling stone in balance. No male models to guide us, only mothers who bust their asses to provide, holding back tears, praying they skis grow up with chances. Know the gang go head in head, living fast, you bound to skid, but please don't take it out while sliding. And they walking with some kids, man, that ain't smashing.
All right, y'all. Hey, so it's 2023. We are at where we at, y'all? Hill and Haven.
All right, so what was going on that night? We actually turned the event into a moment for interview and just to sit down with me and the brothers, right?
Okay.
Just to discuss what do you think it is to be a father?
That's a good question.
Which, just like you said, it's a real good question. And coming from where we all come from, and it's crazy to see so many similarities with our paths, and the mindset of being a father is so similar. At the end of the day, it's, as Keith said, being a father is about being present.
That's it.
Yeah. Travis talked about, it being in action.
Very much so.
Me speaking on the found is the purpose of us building a foundation. And all of it is just embedded in leadership and understanding moments. So I want to ask you, Mark, what do you think it is to be a father, bro?
I mean, for me, it encompasses all those things. It definitely encompasses being present. It definitely encompasses being able to set a foundation. It definitely encompasses just understanding that this task before you is going to be a labor of love. I was talking to a friend about that actually this morning. I was one of those fathers who believed that if my kids ain't eating, then I ain't eating. Okay. So you can take that and extrapolate that in however many ways. It could be as complex as, if I'm not working at a job where I can provide and support my family, then I'm obviously not in the right place.
Right.
Or it could be as simple as, hey, it's only 2 pieces of chicken. I got 2 kids. I need both of them to eat, and I'll just work it out. I'll figure out what I can do to eat something maybe tomorrow. It could be just that simple. But being there and knowing that the task that is presented before you is to basically raise upstanding individuals. It's to basically provide support to your family. It's to basically provide the basic sustenance, the things that we should have in order to survive and in order to live, not just survive and live, but also to thrive in this society. That's what it means to me to be a father, to be able to look at that and kind of look at it like a chessboard and know where to move the pieces. Because you being a father as well, sometimes you got to make a hard choice.
Right. And I think,
sometimes it's sacrifices, but you got to decide what sacrifice can I sacrifice now and get back later, versus me trying to take this large opportunity and hopefully missing. Because if you miss with a sacrifice, you can get that back.
Yeah.
You can get that back. But if you miss big, huge, it's going to take a lot to crawl back. Not that you don't have the wherewithal to do it, but it literally is a thought-provoking thing. You're a living think piece as a father. You're a living think piece.
Ooh, that's
you're a living
interesting.
Think piece.
A living think piece.
That's it.
Boy,
because
that's heavy.
Every move you make is contingent upon, one, you being healthy. It's contingent on you having the will to go out there and do what's necessary, right? And even if the world is kicking your ass, you still got to get your ass up and do it.
There you go.
No days off. To me, that's what being a father is about. Does that make sense?
Shit, I ain't following that shit up.
Oh, bro, I'm just ripping, bro.
Mark L came in bar heavy, bro.
Ready today. I'm ready,
Shout
son.
out to our sister Willette. Y'all are real men doing real things. Thank you, sister Willette.
Thank you, Willette. Thank you for that. Yeah, man.
And I want to contribute that and attribute that to actually what my sister is saying, that my true sister who has spoiled and has been a very important part of creating who I am.
Oh my God, I'm gonna send them people to see you, Willette,
yeah,
for doing this, because this right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of that stuff is embedded in upbringing.
Yeah, it is.
So going back to what I was saying about when we was all in that moment and we was all talking, a lot of things were discussed about the struggles of being a father.
Yeah.
And, just where we come from, and hearing Sean say, his story, Travis's his story, my story, and be honest with you, we all didn't have the father present like that.
Right. My father passed when I was 13, man. There was a male figure in my life, but
right.
Listen, that'd be a podcast that it'll sound like a crime story if we go through this. But You know, you right. I mean, when you come from that. So the thing is, where do you find the drive to become a father, though? Because if you come from a situation where you have no blueprint,
right,
or the blueprint is so sketchy and fucked up, how do you fix that? How do you do that? Because you got two ways to go. Either you're gonna be just like them, or you're gonna do it completely the 180-degree opposite of what they do.
I think with me is the people who did raise me, which is the women in my life, my sisters, my mother, my grandparents, my aunts. For the most part, my uncles left this earth early in my life, so I didn't have a lot of male presence.
Okay.
But what I was given was the responsibility of being a productive citizen.
That's it. That's where it starts.
I was given that responsibility of being a productive citizen, which means I had to have a certain level of education.
Yes.
I had to understand my duties of working and providing for myself first.
Yeah.
You know, my mom, I could be honest, my mama never told me this is what you need to be for a woman.
She said, this is what you need to be for you.
There you go. This is what you need to be for yourself.
It's supposed to expand out from there. It radiates from the center.
Right. So I was given the tools to be a productive citizen. Along with the brothers that I had around me, you know, in their path of manhood.
Right.
And I guess you grow into your manhood. So this is where I have these debates with women about a male expectation. I tell ladies, we don't figure it out till we 35, 40.
Man, listen.
Because we was not, if that, even if the father was there, sometimes that has nothing to do with who I am.
Correct.
I'm given the tools. Just because I'm given a screwdriver don't mean I'm the best at using a screwdriver.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'm a wrench guy.
Right? Maybe I need pliers.
Maybe I'm good with pliers.
Needle nose pliers.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Very specific.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. And we got to learn how to use all these tools as we develop in life.
Yeah.
You don't just give us the tools and we come...
Equipped, ready to
use all the tools.
I was going.
Go ahead.
I was going to key on that. I think, in essence, what I'm grasping or how I'm surmising it in my head is, I think the first 20, 30 years, you just trying to learn how to be a fucking person.
There you go.
You just happen to also be a male.
With obligations.
And you gain obligation as you go along before you start to come into your manhood.
We are given those obligations.
Yeah, you're a man. I mean, okay, so I heard a very wise man say in a phone conversation just recently, hey, just because you are of age does not make you grown, does not make you an adult just because you are of age.
There you go.
I'm going to find that brother. He said that shit on a phone call one time. But he was absolutely dead ass right, because I remember I was a dumbass at 21. A complete dumbass.
Right.
Well, not complete dumbass. I'm more of a dumbass now. But at 21, I tell you what, I didn't know enough.
You may not be
I didn't know enough to call myself a dumbass at 21.
You may not be a complete dumbass, but you are a whole ass.
A whole ass. I am a whole ass. But at 21, I couldn't have navigated my way out of a paper bag. I could do some things, yeah, because I was imbued with that information from growing up around the women and the men that were present, that were around. I picked up, but that's how we get it, right? And that's how you find your personhood and eventually your manhood. In that you pick up the bits and the pieces, and if you do it the way I want to say we did it. All coming from different backgrounds, but pretty much the same story. You eat the meat and you spit the bones. The shit that you didn't eat, you got rid of. And the shit that you thought was wise, you kept it until you ran into something better. And said, you know what, there's a better way to do that. Okay, this is how we do it. But that's the point. That's what growing into your manhood or growing into your personhood is all about.
Right.
And eventually, not just that. So you start out as a person who happens to be a male, you grow into your manhood, and now you got to go into fatherhood, which is ghetto. Fatherhood is ghetto. I love it. Don't get me wrong. Don't take that wrong. I'm saying it for the funny value of it. But you know that.
Look at
being
man.
a grown up, Fatherhood is ghetto. Let me ask you this, just real quick.
Go ahead.
Father's Day story. Father's Day stories.
Yes.
Just a question. How many times have you wanted something and you saw it and you wanted to get it and you had to go, but my child need, and you had to forego it?
Shit, that ain't about.
Maybe once.
Shit,
maybe twice.
I mean, well.
How often has that happened to you?
Allow me to say that I see that every 2 weeks when I look at my paycheck.
So
okay?
my point being, it's ghetto. Because
every 2 weeks I'm like, I sure wanted to get.
I sure would have liked to, man. I sure should have. And this is why at 50 years old with grown children, Mark Ellis never on vacation. Okay. Because I don't be vacationing.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do, man, and we ain't did this in a while. I'm actually gonna open up the call-in line.
Okay, folks want to call in and talk to us.
Yeah.
Hey, happy Father's Day. Talk to us.
We might got something for you for the call in. I'm partnering with my brother Keith with I Am a Father First to try to get some Braves tickets out there for some people. Yeah.
You know what? I want to go to the game, man. I ain't seen the new rules in place yet. Don't you get to shoot the man if he leaves second base too early? Okay, never mind. I love baseball. Don't play with me. Yeah. Don't even play with it.
Hey.
But yeah, man.
Hey, bro Keith said, well, I got some baseball tickets. How many
tickets.
You need? I say, how many you got?
I'm saying, what? Look, we can turn that into. Hey, that sounds like
that's
another.
What I'm saying. So here we are right now. But for those, and the line is open, not necessarily for men and women. I want to know what y'all think. What is fatherhood to you?
Yeah,
we're going to circle around also to how this combines with Juneteenth as well as Juneteenth weekend as well. So
yes.
This is a celebratory moment, man. So
it is. It's a lot happening.
Join your boys the league, man.
Yeah, man, come check us out. We're going to pay some bills right quick, man. You want to do that? Yeah. We'll pay a couple bills. Check this out. Stay with us, man. We got some more to talk about. We're going to talk some more about Father's Day. We're going to talk some more about Juneteenth. And we're going to talk about why
you might be on fire.
Your boy might be on fire about Juneteenth. I might be on fire about Juneteenth. Y'all stay tuned. And matter of fact, just stand by.
Just get the business.
Get the business.
I let them know just who they listening to. But I ain't playing, I'm taking it to the hoop. Jump with me and I'll show you just what to do. bars. It ain't no test in my pen. MJ with the game on the line. I'm just expected to win. Lyrically, I'm knocking them out. Metaphors connect with your chin. Get hit with the hook to your body. The flow gon' fracture your ribs. I'm taking action. Cause the only thing that talking gon' do is prolong my bragging. I'm addicted to the standing ovation, feeling from clapping. It's a confirmation moment, I know from making it happen. It's a rap when I be rapping to this track, so I'm just saying.
Behind every successful woman is a band of other successful women that have her back. That's why my platform is women empowerment and entrepreneurship. I am Keisha Hawley Roberts, your 2022 Mrs. California and the National Sorority Pageant, representing the mother of all, Order of Eastern Star.
Hey, it's your girl Kay Chantel, your favorite one from Women in the Mic. I have a question. Do you own your own business and need advertising? Do you provide a service and want to increase your clientele? Well, bring your advertising needs to YaleRadiocast.com. We are on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and iHeartRadio. We offer graphic design, web design, and video services. So, not only can you grow your business with Yale Radiocast, you can also listen to the hottest independent artists. Go to YaleRadiocast.com and get with the gold standard.
Yeah, man, this your boy Young Zoo, man. Shouts out to Yale Radiocast, man, for the opportunity, man. You know, it's an honor everywhere, man. This your boy Young Zoo, so y'all follow me at YUNGZU.
August 5th, 2016, Jamarion Robinson was shot 59 times and killed in a police raid in East Point, Georgia.
And what happened to him, my son did not deserve that.
But for me, hearing the story for the first time, it took the life out of me. I felt this aura and this energy on me of the heaviness. So I can only imagine what you have experienced.
So many hashtags that it's started to become a point where we're almost
when we're dealing with officers, we have to be told how to react.
More like an execution.
For Jamarion Robinson, nothing's gonna silence me. Why nobody saying Jamarion Robinson when his case is one of the most heinous cases in U.S.
Tired of the narrative, I fear for my life, or
God.
whatever it may be. We're not riding with that anymore. In 2022, moving beyond, we're gonna hold everybody accountable for it.
9 murals in the city of Atlanta. Because I was like, if they're not gonna say my son's name, they're gonna see my son's face.
Yale Radio Cast, now on Pandora Radio.
Father's Day.
Wow.
Don't play with me.
Desi, you not driving?
It's Father's Day.
Are you serious?
Don't play with me.
Bruh. Dang, you're not gonna open the door for me?
It's Father's Day. Don't play with me.
Okay. You gonna do it when we finish, right?
It's Father's Day. Don't play with me. And make sure you get between them toes, too.
Hold on. You not finna pump the gas?
Girl, what? It's Father's Day. Don't play with me. Hey, Parlay.
Desi, can you have my bag?
It's Father's Day.
Wow.
Don't play with me.
Desi, you not driving?
It's Father's Day.
Are you serious?
Don't play with me.
Bruh. Dang, you're not gonna open the door for me?
It's Father's Day. Don't play with me.
No. And then close the door.
You gonna do it when we finish, right?
It's Father's Day. Don't play with me. And make sure you get between them toes.
Hold on. You not finna pump the gas?
Girl, what? It's Father's Day. Don't play with me. Hey, Parlay.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Desi Banks, man, internet comedian. The shit we see on the internet. Shout out to Desi Banks, y'all. That was a little funny clip I saw this week. I decided to shoot it over to my boy Dylan because, you know, shit like that make him laugh. And you really want him smiling because if you get angry, you wouldn't like him if he's angry.
He wouldn't like him.
You wouldn't. Ask the people that work for him. Anyhow.
We got to talk about that. I don't even want to bring up the topic for next week. That has something that's, you know,
something on par for that. But yeah, man, we want to shout out. Definitely welcome back to the Mail Review. Welcome back. Your boy Mark L in the building with your boy Dylan Yale holding it down. We're going to shoot out the missing man formation for the Achilles heel. He out there somewhere. He ain't going to be on the milk box again, is he?
He's healing.
He's healing. Okay, my man. He's healing. The heel is healing. That's what we talking about. Shout out to TR and RTV. Shout out to everybody as a part of the Yale Radio Cast family. We are back here on this wonderful Juneteenth and Father's Day Saturday, just trying to get it out to the people. And we done talked a little bit about fatherhood today. We had some interesting questions. We opened up the phone lines for folks to call in if you want to call in and kind of chop it up with us. Tell us what it means to you to be a father, or what it meant to have a father in your life, or what a father figure represents to you.
You know what? I want to hear from the people who had fathers absent in their life.
Okay. And how they found their way, or how they are finding their way. Because you know it's a constant thing.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. Because you had mentioned earlier, and Sean asked this as well. Because Sean, I think he said he had both. You know, what I'm saying he had fathers, so he kind of like asked, how do you get the resolve, or where do you get the, you know, mindset when you did not have that?
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear from, you know, people's backstories real quick. If you're going to call in, you know, a backstory versus, you know, how you got to where you are with it, you know. That's something that I want people to actually, give us a call in, man. We don't open up these phone lines often anymore, so I want y'all to participate with us today. That's one thing that we're asking for now: communication and participation. For us to grow this network and for y'all to see more. If you digging what we got as the male review, and if you digging what we got as men,
let's go.
We need y'all participation. We need y'all to say, hey, even if you don't want to call in, you tell somebody else to call in.
Hey. Share it, man. That's all we ask.
Share this stream, like it. We are in a growth point.
Yep.
And we're around some people that are pushing that narrative as it should be.
Yep.
A better narrative for community. So I want more insight. I want more input. I appreciate the conversation and the communication on the streams, but we're getting back to verbal, understanding of all sides.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, just talking a little bit about the clip. Clip was funny, laughing, him shouting, "Hey, man, it's Father's Day. It's Father's Day. It's Father's Day." Because we talk about this all the time. We talk about it, especially around Father's Day, how fathers be getting the short end of the stick.
Right.
We get the socks.
Right.
And we get the Jovan cologne from Avon.
My sister started with some goddamn Avon cologne like 3-4 years ago. God damn it, Wanda.
We get to barbecue. Isn't that great? We get to barbecue.
Yeah, we have to barbecue on
we
our
get to
day.
Barbecue because that's what fathers are supposed to do. We're supposed to cook.
What you putting on the grill, motherfucker? What the fuck you putting on the grill?
Nah, man, that ain't their job. That ain't their job. That's our job. So we did. I thought that was a funny little clip. That was hilarious, man. But we got the Father's Day. Definitely, we call it the Father's Day holiday. But I tell you what, even though it's not as commercialized as other holidays, and I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna go into which holidays because I don't want to offend nobody. Unfortunately, Dylan doesn't care about offending people, but that's why I'm talking right now.
Hey, man.
Cut his mic. Who
the hell you pointing to?
Oh, that's right. You the producer, too.
Yes.
Mr. Everything. God damn it, he's in everything.
I'm the mic cutter. You want to show me the...
I got one person that can handle it. Upper room, you know what to do. Just saying, man. I don't want to be offensive. No, not at all, sir. Not. I'm on the side. I'm just on the side. I be watching. So anyway, just talking a little bit about that. We don't want to offend anybody with other holidays, but they don't make as big a deal about Father's Day as they do about other holidays, and that's fine. This happens, and as fathers, I gotta honestly say, I'm kind of used to it.
Hey,
we get the shit job. We get the shit job. KP duty. You know what that is. Somebody out there burning kerosene.
So check this out. So while I was looking for father content, other content, things to talk about, when we're going through the shows, we look for articles and things to discuss. This came across my goddamn stream
timeline. What?
Yes.
Jay-Z
has been avoiding paternity tests for decades, alleged illegitimate son said.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Wait a
minute. So according to this, that look like Jay, that's right there. And that look like Dave Chappelle. Which one of them is his son? 30-year-old Ramir Satterwhite filed a Supreme Court motion back in February requesting to have his 10-year-long case with Hove unsealed in hopes of finally obtaining DNA confirmation. What?
Let me scroll down. I just got a message from Keith Lewis with I'm a Father First. Move advertisement. Wow. And this what I want to actually talk about this. This is somewhere that kind of like circles real close to me. Jay-Z has been a proud father of 3 since wife Beyonce welcomed their twins, Rumi and Seer, in 2017. Their eldest, Blue Ivy, was born in 2012. She's proudly been shown off on the arm of both the mom and dad for years since then. He's obviously pleased with the family he's built for himself alongside his frequent collaborator.
That would be his wife. I think she did need to help him have these children. So yeah, a collaborator. Let's go with that. That's what I'm gonna call. Hey, y'all know I date multiple ladies. We just gonna call them. These are my collaborators.
Collaborators.
Now watch. I'm gonna have 5 breakup texts for this show. My collaborators and me.
Frequent collaborators.
Yeah, we talking about emphasis on the frequent.
However, elsewhere, a 30-year-old man named Ramir Satterthwaite claims that Hov is his father too.
Okay.
Unfortunately, because of the Watch the Throne, hitmaker has been avoiding taking a. I would go to all albums, Watch the Throne of everything that he's produced.
You picked that? Well, that's the album. Not to say it was a bad album. Just saying that's where you stopped.
That wasn't it.
That wasn't even his last album.
That wasn't it. That one wasn't it.
That wasn't the last album.
That one wasn't it.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And this is a new article,
I'm
right?
just saying. That
from May. Just from May.
Yes.
It's just June.
So he has been avoiding taking a paternity test for decades now. For decades. He does not have the concrete proof needed to sustain his claims. According to Daily Mail, Satterthwaite has been fighting since the age of 21 to prove Sean Carter's role in his life. After 10 years, he's bringing his case in front of the Supreme Court in hopes to have them unseal it. That money to seal a case.
First of all, who seals a DNA case?
Hold up.
Go ahead.
We're going to circle around to it. The force of the 444 hitmaker, that 444
that 444 was.
Yeah, that was the album. There you go.
444.
Yeah. Hitmaker finally take a DNA test, giving his alleged son the closure he obviously craving. While speaking with the outlet, Satterthwaite made it clear that his main goal in this situation is to seek justice served. What is justice served in his eyes is the question. He will apparently stop to nothing to achieve. All right. What do we start, Markel?
I need to know, how do you seal a DNA case? That's something. That's a thing.
That's apparently a thing, bro.
So you're trying to tell me that someone could say, "Hey, I think you my dad," and I could be like, "Shut that case down, right quick." I'm not on into that.
You ready for it?
I'm not on into that. How do you do that? How do you do that?
When you're a billionaire, you can tell them to do whatever the hell you want.
I forget. I don't know why I forgot myself.
Billionaire Hov. You're on a pace to make it. Okay. Y'all gotta understand, we Jay-Z fans right
We done sick Jay-Z fans right here.
Y'all will forever get a Jay-Z bar. Y'all be getting Jay-Z bars and y'all don't even be recognized.
We be sliding them in on you. It's like the news when they do the weather report and they go back and forth on the record and people be like, are they saying Tribe Called Quest stuff?
You gotta draw with your pencils and paint with your own brushes.
In order to find the way to be a father. Yeah. You are correct, especially if you don't have that background. You are correct. You are correct with that, Willette. And that's, not to pull away from what we were talking about, because we're gonna go right back to it. I'm gonna swing back around. But I mean, you're absolutely correct. You pull your examples and you pull from everything that you know. And I think the major piece of that is, first, you need to be a good human. Start there. You got to be a good human first.
This the problem we have with that, right? Everybody has a different definition of a good human.
Okay.
So that's a problem.
That's problematic if you don't have examples to see around you. But you know what? I want to say people know what's right and what's wrong.
Markel,
but that's my wishful thinking.
In the eyes of many, Dylan is a horrible human being. Because, and I'm about to circle in this comparing example with the Jay-Z things with his kids.
Okay.
On one end of the spectrum, and I speak on this often, so when that moment comes, nobody will act like I have not brought this up and mentioned it on a numerous occasion.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay? On one end of the spectrum, I have a son that I have a very strained relationship with. Right?
Correct.
Let that mother tell it. Dylan ain't shit.
Right.
Tyron's birthday was May 14th. Once again, I tried to call him, text him, contact, call, don't answer the phone. I cannot control what's going on in Syracuse, New York. The world would say, well, you need to fight for the rights of your baby. As if I haven't. Let the world tell it.
Yeah.
Because of how they perceive I need to move in that situation.
Okay.
I'm just putting it out there that it is a true thing. On this other damn fence, I have another son that thinks I am father gold because of that relationship.
Gotcha.
So, comparing with the Blue Ivy and the Jay-Z with this son thing, how would we view Jay-Z if it came out that is his child? Because this is what I want to hear. Well, why the mama ain't saying shit? Because we know one thing, ladies. Y'all, what woman wouldn't want to say, Jay-Z my goddamn baby daddy?
I mean,
Huh?
It's that. Do we know the situation?
Hold on, whoa. Is that the mother that has passed away recently?
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering.
Oh, shit. Oh, billionaire home.
Stop it. Just stop it.
With the
Illuminati.
He's tied in.
Stop it.
He's tied in with the elites.
Illuminati. But regardless of that fact, no, I get your point though. I get what you're saying. Does that make him the bad guy? Does that make him bad because of whatever that relationship is? The real thing is you don't know what those relationships are and what they were and who did what and who did what wrong and who didn't move in the right way and so on and so forth. Mm-hmm. So I understand but this child, Satterwhite, this gentleman, 21 years old, trying to go ahead and get that taken care of. I don't fault him for trying to find that out. I don't fault him for that. But here's my thing: it's obviously been brought to someone's attention if it's a sealed case already. So why did they seal that case?
Ooh,
I want to see that come out.
That's the thing.
Why is the case sealed, and why do you need to? Is it because it could be because his mom brought the case, and because he was not of age, it was sealed under juvenile, but. I mean, I'm reaching here, black people in the law, I'm reaching. But at 21, he's requesting it to be unsealed at 21 years of age.
That's the thing.
I wonder what that's about.
I guess my question is,
it's a lot of people out there that said they got Dylan's baby. Dylan's baby. I'm pretty sure.
Ain't nobody say it because they got throw babies. Got a lot of throw babies.
You ain't never had nobody say, "Ooh, you the father of my child."
Man, look here, man. I'd have had quite a few.
Oh, so that's what I'm talking about.
I'd have had.
So anybody could say.
I'd have had quite a few.
You could say a lot of stuff.
Yeah. More throat babies than anything, though.
Yeah,
I had to tell one, you can't get pregnant in your throat. Shut the fuck up. You cannot get pregnant in your throat. Shut the fuck out of here.
My aim was great by then.
Brought a whole little thing, the picture, the ultrasound and everything. I don't want your baby.
What were you, 12 when she tried that? I'm about to say, because lady,
2000,
you know damn well we
2011.
Listen, there's only one way you're going to get pregnant that don't take medical intervention. It's got to go in, and you got to leave it in.
No, you ain't got to leave it in.
You got to leave it in. I mean, unless they stuff it in. I've seen some NBA stories.
Yeah, I'm not trying to give every story,
But I got you. I feel you.
Hey, Drake had to put hot sauce in the condom.
Hot sauce. I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
Jay-Z adjacent bar.
I'm saying it's another bar, adjacent. Adjacent.
What was that phrase we were just using, man? The co whatever. What was that word?
Co-conspirators. No, not co-conspirators.
now you're creating a whole different story, boy.
Collaborators.
Collaborators.
Frequent collaborators.
A freaking collaborator.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt with that on there. Hey, shout out to Black Dye Designs, Nikki. I need the T-shirt that says frequent collaborator.
That's what we changing the name of the show to. Bro.
Frequent. That might be the name of the show for real. The frequent collaborator show. Anyhow, but that's a wild story though. That's a wild story. So you got this man who is saying that Jay-Z is his dad, and they're trying to get it. What would you do in this situation? Do you as Jay-Z, wouldn't you want to dead all that noise at some point? Wouldn't you want to somehow go and say, look, here's the DNA. Let's prove it once and for all. And bullshit to the back. It's gonna be different for Jay. Let's think about it like this, because
So you're saying if it was me and not Jay-Z,
right?
What would I do in my case?
What would you do in your case? And Jay got millions of dollars. Somebody say, "Hey,
that's what I was asking."
Dollar, you my daddy. Here's the DNA. Damn, you are my kid. Okay, well, all right. Let me go ahead and lace you down with this.
That's a question, bro.
Right?
Because I'm not the best guy Sean told me I'm somewhat of a mentor these days. That's a hard question to answer.
It is a hard question
now.
It is a hard question.
What age is this child?
This gentleman is 21.
I'm saying, so if a 21-year-old walks out the blue and says, "Hey, you the daddy," what would I do?
What would you do? I mean, it would definitely strike you. Immediately, you have to go back in your mind and look in his face and think, where did I see your ugly ass mama? What? Your mama? Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Oh!
So, but they come out and say that. But here's what I know.
Shout out to Young B the Truth, FDK. He know. Hey, I would have to give up my card as the president of FDK.
You have to give up your card.
Yes.
Don't worry, we hold it. We'll hold it. We'll make you FDK president emeritus.
Yeah.
Forever the president, even though
the board has
the board has spoken. FDK board. He is the chairperson. But no, on the real, this is what I say. And this is my thought.
Help me out.
Here's my thought. Here's what I know. Knowing of your character and knowing of the character of the brothers that we hang around, my thing would be after the initial shock, you would try to figure out how to best serve this situation. Okay, so now that we've done this test and we've determined that you are my child, what do we do now? How do we move forward in this? Are you gonna start coming over so I can get to know who you are?
I mean, it would lead with this. Well, little nigga, you can't move in.
Right. I mean, I ain't got nowhere for you to stay.
I ain't got no. I mean, where your mama at?
And 9 times out of 10, if he come spitting that dialing smack, I don't need you for nothing. I got my own shit. You know what? You just might be my kid.
I'm gonna be like, I'm glad we understand that you don't need nothing from me
because I don't got nothing to give.
I don't got nothing to give.
I still think.
I mean, we could talk.
Yeah, get to know.
So honest conversation.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm gonna say, well, what have your ragged ass mama told me about you? Told you about me?
Right. What have you been told?
Because if you're popping up right now in my world at 21, first of all, DNA test. Mari? Let's just say Mari.
Dana done got in there.
Let's just say, finds out
you are the father.
I am the father. My follow-up needs to be, well, number one, I don't even want to talk to him. I want to talk to his ragged ass mama.
Right.
Like, why you didn't tell me? And the story more than likely would go something, because you wasn't check and and you ain't had nothing. I tried to put it on this dude because he had more money than you.
Or the truth. Maybe she'll tell the truth. You know what? I honestly did not know that you was the father until the DNA test.
Stop it. You know what, Mark? You know why I got a problem with you? This is why I got a problem. You should.
Everybody ain't bad.
Let me have it. Let me have it. Let me have it. Let me have it.
Go ahead.
You be slanting for them motherfuckers, right? Which is cool. You said, or the truth. The truth could be, which is more likely the truth, be because for her to say, I didn't know, you still know my dick was in your damn shit for me to be a possibility.
Correct.
So no, you don't get to say I didn't know when it's a possibility. The same way these dudes be using the excuse of it ain't mine. Dude, if you was in that shit, it's already a possibility.
Yes.
So you don't get to say I don't think it's mine or I don't know. You could always say it might not be, it might be, it might not be.
So basically your thing is you should have been forthcoming about it from the beginning. When you realized you was pregnant, that was when your time clock started.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit, I've been with this motherfucker and I've been with this motherfucker. And I've been with this motherfucker.
That shame you talk about bringing back, that's what happened.
That's what I'm talking about, though. That's your mistake that you got to own up to.
That shame you talking about, that's what happened to it.
You got to be goddamn honest and say, you know what? I got to sit all 6 of these niggas in the motherfucking in the living room, and Dollar gets to sit on the good couch because he got
get to sit on the good couch.
Bring this other motherfucker the fold out chair.
Oh, not the fold out chair.
I'm sitting there on the
couch. Them old picnic chairs, the ones with the vinyl straps.
I'm sitting on the couch, got a beer in my hand. Like,
hey, what's up, nigga?
Why we all here?
Right.
Oh, bruh. What's that, nigga? What's up?
I thought I saw you coming out here that day I came in here.
Be the homeboy.
That's terrible. That's terrible news.
Now you have to say, you should be saying, whatever reason you didn't tell me.
Right.
Y'all could create any story in your head about why she did not tell me.
But yes. Okay.
So now that child needs to know why mama didn't tell daddy.
Right.
And I want that done in front of this motherfucker.
Right.
So, because for 21 years, you had a chance to create a goddamn narrative.
Yeah.
Now you in front of the man. Let's talk about, sit down, little nigga. Hey, raggedy chick, sit down. Go time, talk.
Tell him what happened.
Tell him what happened. And you could say I wasn't shit or whatever story you want to spin, but now begins the truth.
Right.
And with the truth beginning now we have to talk about, well, where do we go from here?
Yeah.
Because he can't move in with me, not at 21.
21.
Hell, I don't want my son that I know very well to move in with me.
Right. I ain't so much worried about that part of it. I'm more worried about it from the emotional standpoint.
I'm saying, okay, so emotional standpoint.
Let's talk about the emotional
standpoint is now you get to meet honest daddy Dylan.
Got you.
I'm not going to pacify your feelings here because I had to go through the same thing when my dad walked in the door when I was 25. Okay. I ain't have time to revisit what the fuck happened. Where do we go from here?
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
Now, if you don't want to deal with me, understood. We can have a beer and I would be out your hair. At least now you know who the hell I am. If you want to move forward, let's move forward. Yeah. But it ain't going to be just a smooth transition of moving forward like I'm about to call you every 30 minutes because I don't know where your headspace is at. Right. I'm not built like that.
You need to develop.
I need to develop
a human connection with that person.
I don't have just an authentic connection just because you came from my balls and I didn't know.
Right. Okay. Tempo.
There you go.
I got you. Right on. It's a good question though. It's a real good question when you think about it because, I mean, if you've been getting it in, the possibility if you put it in there, the possibility of something coming out of there is great.
It's always great.
It's always great.
And we could go in
rubber or no rubber, pill or no pill, IUD or no IUD.
So we could build a relationship from there. Yeah. But it doesn't happen or authentically at the snap of a finger.
It doesn't.
Just because it found out that you came from me. Like it has to, because at this point, now, how much of me do you really want in your life?
Correct.
Because how were you raised by her without me?
Right.
Because
who raised you?
You ain't gonna walk in my life on some pussy ass shit.
Right.
Because I'm about to give you this honest talk.
Yeah.
And you can leave with, you ain't my daddy, you ain't never been there. Okay, nigga, you don't gotta listen to me then. You came over here for this knowledge.
Right.
You came over here for this truth.
Gotcha.
Welcome to your goddamn daddy, ugly motherfucker.
I got you. Tenfold.
Shit.
Tenfold. That makes sense.
I'm giving you that daddy love that this goofy ass mama of yours didn't give you.
Right. This is the part.
Right. This is the part. What would you do, Mark?
I mean, well, you know me.
You're a nice guy.
You know me. It's not that I'm a nice guy, but I look at it from a situation of, all right, so for this amount of time, we didn't know what was going on. So once we get past that initial part, I mean, really, it's still going to end up the same way. No matter how we handle it, we're going to end up in the same lane, right? Mm-hmm. How do we move forward from here? That's going to be the important part. How do we move forward from here? Let me start by telling you some things about my life. Let me tell you about your family members. Let me tell you about the stuff that you missed out on, you know? Let me tell you tell me about what you've gone through and what you've experienced and what you've seen. It'll be just like starting a friendship, kind of like when you were talking about the brothers forming a natural brotherhood, because that's exactly what we're doing. Mm-hmm. My sons and I, though they call me dad, we have a brotherhood.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is something, like my oldest son was dealing with some stuff with corporate America that, I explained to him, and me and him are still having talks about that. But that's not don't do da-da-da-da. Nope, that's not what we doing. You're a grown-up. You're 25 years old. It's, hey, man, that probably wasn't the best choice. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you why this wasn't the best choice. I'm not scolding you. I'm giving you something. I'm trying to pass the knowledge on to you. So, likewise is where I would be. Yes, it would be hurtful somewhere. Definitely there's some pain centers around that, right? Mm-hmm. Because I could have been in your life. Or maybe I wasn't shit. And not being in your life has probably helped you better.
And I honestly think that was a reason for the separation of my dad not being in my life. So my mom didn't go deep into detail.
Right.
All I know is that.
But he gave you some of that game before he passed, right?
He gave me some game before he passed.
Hey, R.I.P. Pops.
I realized where I got my ain't shit from. But anyways, I had to tell him one day, like I said, he was out in the street doing whole shit at 80.
What?
And I had to tell him. I called him. My sister called, bruh.
You called him. You called him while you was in the street doing whole shit. Danny, take your ass in the house.
No. I was a good guy by then.
Oh, by then,
which allowed me to check him. You know what I'm saying? So I called him one day, man. Story time with Dial. Called him. He called me. He needed me to go come pick him up to take him somewhere. Right?
Yes.
Back home. I'm like, well, Pops, how did you get over there? And what are you doing?
Don't worry about all that.
Now, baby, you asked too many questions now. You come to pick me up as you ain't. I said, look here, man, you called me, goddammit. The fuck?
Right.
You called me. So,
and I'm on my way, but I'm saying.
I had to find out what was going on. And I tell you, that man was a trip. And then I called my sister because that's who we were staying with. And she said, well, you know your daddy, he's saying this. So I called him back. Hey, man, he tried to give me this story. I say, listen here, Pop.
I know the story.
I said, you can say whatever you want to your daughters, my sisters, to everybody else. But who you ain't going to run game on me is me because I'm you.
Right.
This man at 80 years old had no response, and it was quiet as hell over there.
Super quiet.
And I was like, am I the fucking parent now?
Yes. Raising grown people out here is hard. Raising grown people is hard.
Yeah.
But right on.
You know what I'm saying? So understanding who he was.
Yes.
Whether I liked everything about my dad or not, I loved everything about the man. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he came into my life at a point where I was learning the world and I was learning people.
Yeah.
And helped me learn myself. So the thing is, I get you. It's like, who are we ready to be to each other?
Yeah. Yeah.
And are you prepared to deal with me being the man that I am? Because I'm not going to change.
Right.
Because of how you would like for me to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you who I am as a man.
As you meeting me fresh out the plastic today.
Right. Don't come over me tickle your goddamn toes.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because my whole storyline, well, you a man now, that and it be those you man now conversations.
Yeah.
Not what I wasn't able to give you while you was absent.
You know, I'm sorry that happened, but we know why it happened. But now how can we go forward? Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah. So shout out to Lightworker Wayne on the stream, brother Lightworker Wayne, man.
What up,
what's
Wayne?
going on, man? So, but once again, the call in lines, we got these open for y'all. We want to get some conversation. What is your idea to be a father or
idea of fatherhood?
Idea of what fatherhood is. 470-500-9549 is the new call-in number. Yep. Once again, and we have not had a chance. Let's go ahead and knock into. We are also celebrating Juneteenth, and I'm gonna pull up this Juneteenth. I'm gonna pull up the Juneteenth article.
Let's pull up the Juneteenth article
just to make people aware who have been living up under a rock.
Yeah, and those of you who are listening from around the world, if you're wondering why are the Americans off on Monday? Why are they not working on Monday? Y'all know y'all have bank holidays. We are having a Juneteenth celebration.
You're like, what is... We have race holiday.
What, a race holiday. What is that word, Juneteenth? That's not a word.
Juneteenth.
All right, and this is coming from the juneteenth.com website out there. If y'all get a chance, check it out. If you want to learn the history of Juneteenth, then Darlin, you want to read out that?
I'm going to go ahead and read it. Juneteenth is the oldest internationally celebrated commemorative of the ending of slavery. I'm laughing.
I know.
The lead-in don't even sound right.
It don't feel right.
The oldest internationally celebrated commemoration of the ending of slavery in the United States. Is it, motherfuckers?
I mean, that's what they say, man.
It's from its Galveston, Texas origin in 1865, the observance of June 19th as the African American Emancipation Day has spread across the United States and beyond. Today, Juneteenth commemorates African American freedom and emphasizes education and achievement. It is a day, a week, and it is in some areas a month marked with celebrations, guest speakers, picnics, and family gatherings. It is time for reflecting and rejoicing. It is a time for assessment, self-improvement, and for planning the future. Its growing popularity signifies a level of maturity and dignity in America. This is some bullshit that y'all...
Stop. Keep going.
Okay. I'm just saying, well, I would say the narrative should be true. In cities across the country, people of all races, bullshit,
again,
nationalities and religions are joining hands and truthfully acknowledge a period in our history that has shaped and continues to influence our society today. Sensitized to the conditions and experiences of others. Why would y'all? Okay, only can we make significant and lasting improvements in our society.
And that sounds great, doesn't it?
Boy,
that sounds swell. Gee willikers, that sounds swell.
Hold up.
What's the stream saying? What's the stream saying? It look like it's lighting up over there.
I just don't understand what Jay-Z wants. Sis, she about like 8 minutes away.
It's okay. It's no problem.
It's okay. Thank you for talking about Dan for 10 minutes ago.
He's rich. That's why.
Markel, where are you at with this, man?
All right. So let me first of all let me talk to the audience for a second here now. Let's start at the beginning. So Juneteenth is the commemoration of African American liberation. Mm-hmm. 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 And the way I understood it, and I'm going to say this because my grandfather lived in Longview, Texas. Shout out to Curtis Davis. He lived in Longview, Texas, and he was the first person that mentioned the words Juneteenth to me, and I had to be about between 10 and 13 years old, and we all know that was 1,000 years ago. But
the original black man.
I went to a rodeo in Longview, Texas, as a matter of fact, that was in commemoration of Juneteenth, right? And he explained it to me like this. It was June before the black people found out that Lincoln had issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which was supposed to free all slaves. Now, let me, it said 1865, right?
Mm-hmm.
What year did Abraham Lincoln die? Do you remember?
No, I don't know about that.
Okay. Lincoln was assassinated
in 64.
64.
That's right. I remember. You know.
1864.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just little random nuggets that just kind of float around in your brain.
I had to catch up.
It takes a minute, right?
Yeah, hold on, 64. Yeah.
64, right? Okay. So, or was it 63? All I know is that the Civil War was ended according to that. Is what was supposed to happen. And from what I understood, the black people in Texas didn't get word until June of that year. So they commemorated June 19th as the date that somebody walked up and said, hey, man, y'all
know y'all
free.
good, right?
You know y'all free, right?
Free
to do what?
They sell it. They selling us for free.
Right. And they giving us away?
Hold up, they just giving us away
No. You free now. You free now. I's free?
I's free?
I's free. So the way I understand it is that's what it was. It was a word.
So you telling me this little Django ass motherfucker on this horse,
right? Is for real. This is real. So that's the way I understand it. Now, of course, I know that I can go into the history of it. That history is actually one of my favorite subjects. I can go into the history of it and all that good stuff. But I'm just telling you my understanding as someone who grew up in this country, right? So I learned about Juneteenth, and that's really all I heard about it for many, many years, bro. Mm-hmm. Many years.
Yeah.
Then suddenly, it became a national holiday. And it was so shocking the first time it happened.
On paper.
Because look, they signed it in the paper, and literally the very next day, they told people to take off work. It was the most shocking turn of events. Because it was quick. It was like, what?
Who took off work?
But they were told government offices closed their offices on that day.
Government offices closed. Guess who went to work that day?
The upper room.
No,
and Dialing.
There you go.
Dialing went to work. I was at work too.
Okay.
And I thought it was funny.
So whoa. So who took off?
I'm trying to figure out who. The government. The government.
Whoa.
The government offices were closed. So no government business was being handled.
Whoa.
When it was made a holiday. So they weren't, it was very ill prepared. Let's go with that. Nobody saw it coming. So it was shocking when it happened. So then the next year, they tried to go ahead and do it to where it's like, hey, everybody should take that day off. Okay, great. That's a good thing. I think I also worked on Juneteenth last year. This is the first year that I'm actually going to be able to observe Juneteenth, right? But I got some beef. I got a little beef.
What you mean beef?
Well,
what kind of beef?
Well, they're commercializing it first of all, as and they're using it to fund corporate America, and I got a problem with that considering corporate America is pretty much run by the government, and the government is the reason why these black people didn't know they was free.
Mm-hmm.
And And the government was the reason why these people was enslaved.
Hold up.
And why the hell they getting the motherfucking day off?
You getting hot?
I feel like I'm on fire.
Oh shit!
I feel.
But a prime example of what being fire is. Even when I get emotional, I cry them fire tears.
Mark L on fire.
Mark L is on fire today. I'm on fire about this because I don't think this celebration is serving the people it's supposed to serve.
So I got where you're going. I had to catch up. So look here, the government took off.
Yes.
The actual people that it's meant for did not take off.
The people who actually perpetuated the fucking slavery in the first motherfucking place got the day off. Woo. I didn't get the day off. And I'm guessing because that happened so long ago. Because, that's usually the reason. It happened so long ago. I can't believe y'all can't let this go.
So circle this back around to the beginning for the people who not catching.
Again, Juneteenth is supposed to be the liberation day for African Americans, where they found out they weren't slaves no more. And it became a federal holiday. And then the federal government took off. The very same people who perpetuated the damn slavery in the first place. Mm-hmm. And then they patted themselves on the back for stopping it. And then they patted themselves on the ass when they decided to make it a federal holiday and took the day off. And most of my brothers were still at work because it happened so fast. Ooh. I don't think y'all looking at this right. I don't understand. I think the government should have to work and that every black person that has to work should be off.
Definitely, Jack.
Listen, what we do on Christmas? We celebrate with the fat man in the red suit and bringing gifts to everybody. Ain't that what we do? And everybody's off, and everybody's expecting gifts.
And everybody off, and everybody be expecting gifts.
Everybody's expecting gifts. They go all the way in. They didn't say, and I'm sure some people work on Christmas. Shout out to those people who do have to work, especially you Black Friday deal people. Lord Jesus, I'm so sorry. But I know that happens on Thanksgiving. But my point being, if you're going to go in and give it a national holiday celebrating black people, like it should almost be outlawed for black people to have to work on that day.
Pretty much. Almost like how they celebrate Memorial Day.
For the veterans.
Yeah. We fall into. You know what, Mark L? I think the problem is, man, you will check out too many boxes. We'll always be all
right. Veterans Day, Father's Day, Juneteenth.
Hey, I've been single parent Mother's Day. I need my Mother's Day.
You know how I smoke, so Arbor Day. Shit. I'm saying, I should be off work, period. But my point being, here's my thought. Honestly. So based on what you just read from juneteenth.com,
yes,
I feel like that's a great spirit. I feel like that's in great spirit. I think that's great. I think it's wonderful that that's what it should celebrate. But I think in kind we should celebrate it. And also, why is we having a picnic? Do you know what a picnic is? I'm not finna go there. Let me stop. Let me take off. I gotta take off this hat and put on another hat. Yeah. I gotta talk to my hotel brothers out there because a picnic, literally pick a nigga. Anyway, so there's picnics and barbecues and all that wonderful stuff. And yes, black people love good food and watermelon and chicken. And
right.
You see where I'm going with this?
Man.
It's a great idea, and it should be about black empowerment. I think that things like what happened last Saturday should happen on Juneteenth all over the country. Go to a black family's home and drop off a bag of motherfucking groceries.
Ooh.
Go pay the mortgage a month, motherfucker. If you really want to commemorate what this did, because technically, I'm just gonna tap dance on it. I'm gonna get up off of it because we only got a couple minutes for show left. Mm-hmm. However, considering that slavery and everything that happened after slavery, even up to Juneteenth, into Jim Crow, has pretty much put black people back 200 years where we owed a bunch of shit. Go drop off some motherfucking groceries. Go pay a mortgage. Go cover a light bill. Find white people. Shout out to my Achilles heel. You could benefit from this too, I'm sure.
Hey, you know what? That's
shout out to my Achilles heel.
I got it. That's why he's not here.
Is that why he's not here? Because it's Juneteenth?
Yeah, and he off.
I knew it. And you off. You mother. Okay, all right. Really.
Josh took off.
Josh took off for Juneteenth. Look, if y'all know Josh, I need y'all to go, hey, especially y'all listening on Facebook, I need y'all to tag Josh in this video and say, you mother, I can't believe you took off for Juneteenth 2 days early. First of all, white chocolate. Your chocolate side supposed to be at work. But listen, I'm saying this should be a day where you should be able. Why not? Why not? If you're black and you can prove it,
yeah.
Let's get a drum roll for that. But boom. If you black and you can prove it, that's not for you, Rachel Dolezal. If you're black and you can prove it, if you're black and you can prove it, you should be able to walk into a Kroger and say, "Hey, load this cart up and take it to my car," and they should give you groceries in celebration of Juneteenth. Because if you're talking about the liberation of black people, how can you talk about that without talking about the financial contributions that need to happen in order to bring us back up to where we're at an even level? Right. And that's serious, real fucking talk. I understand, but I can't get jiggy with Macy's making money off the backs of the freedom of black people because it's Juneteenth, motherfucker. All right, I'm gonna land my plane right there, and I'm back. The good old Ally Marcus, who's nice.
Yes. I will say this: that article, and I'm very much in support of Juneteenth, the foundation and organization of the
absolutely.
But that I would say that's very what would be the word that I'm using?
Valid.
I'm saying the article, the page, the idea is very black cliche.
It is right. Picnics, barbecues,
it's black,
watermelon, chicken.
It's black cliche, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because nothing in any of that thing said really spoke to the true reasoning of what happened. It just said it's for the freedom of slaves.
Yeah.
Didn't go into in depth of, it says the celebration moment.
Right.
Not the structure moment.
Right.
I think we need to continuously discuss structure moments.
Yeah.
And structure moments aren't picnics. Structure moments aren't barbecues. Structure moments need to be us as a community, whatever your affiliation and personal things are, as a black person, as far as whatever it is needed to move a needle forward.
Yes.
That to me is a true essence of what we commemorate with Juneteenth.
Which we should commemorate with Juneteenth.
And don't get me started. Like I say, I see the work with the people that I'm assigned with and I'm aligned with now.
Yeah.
Doing the work in the community. Stop telling me about a goddamn picnic and talk to me about a community organization.
Right. And have some barbecue there now because a nigga do like barbecue. But I'm saying that's not the reason we here. Go on, Dallin.
Shout out to brother Councilman Mark Baker, who, was running for City Council of South Fulton. And he lost by 16 funky ass votes. Now, everybody knows that I have not over my lifespan been the biggest advocate of governing structures or political, the politics realm. But I do understand the purpose of people in a chair.
Yeah.
Because as I was at an event with Judge Joe Brown, and his words were, we need to stop voting for the person. We need to start voting for the policy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for, people.
Yeah.
But I am totally looking for policy from our people. So, Brother Mark Baker, man, we're going to get you that seat.
Hey.
Shout out to Mayor Khalid,
yep.
who is, I've never seen one man so feet on the ground.
Yeah, man, he's in every. I mean, this brother, he sends me text messages on my cell phone, bro. And I mean, it's a blast. You know, anybody could be a part of a group, but for a mayor to have the time to do that, man, or to have a staff set up specifically for him to say, "Hey, send this text message blast out to them 1,000 people."
But no, he's going to answer the phone when you
and
call.
he will answer when you call him, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what when we talk about community and we talk about people that care about the community. Fuck the politics, y'all. The politics is the bullshit, right? Just think about it. I would say think about it like a marriage, but then Donald ain't gonna be able to go home today. But the minutia and shit don't matter. It's the people that are involved and how this affects their daily lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a person who just happens to be in the political arena who is about the people, that red tape muckraking bullshit, that don't matter to the people. It does not matter if you got a food desert where little kids can't get healthy snacks or where all the chips is cheaper than all the fruit and the vegetables. It doesn't fucking matter that so-and-so showed up late to the debate. That shit is unimportant. What's important is the people of your constituency, right? And that man is about his constituency. Shout out to Mayor Khalid, bro.
Man, so yeah, that's where I'm standing, back on my platform, if you will, of it's about us.
It is.
It ain't about a one person of us. It's about all of us doing what we got to do.
Right.
Like I say, I love this idea of the growing connections of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yes.
You know,
it's starting to spider web out into things that we didn't even see.
It felt so crazy to have to go from this fatherhood event that I spoke of earlier to then I had to go to the party where Mayor Khalid and Mark Baker were.
Okay.
You know, it's like I'm going from here to here to here. Now I got this. Now I got this. Now I got to do this with this. You know, it's the work that's being done by the people who care.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you disagree with what they care about. The fact is they're caring about something.
That's correct.
You
and
know.
that's the rooms we need to be in. That's the room you want to be in.
Yeah.
You want to be in a room where people are trying to do stuff, do things for you and the community as a whole.
Yeah, so I don't want to get on this unhappy community talk shit.
It's not unhappy. This is happy for me.
Well, you know what? I don't want it to be redundant.
I got you. Understood.
You know, it's so much to discuss, and we circle back around to that.
Yeah.
You know, it is Juneteenth.
It is.
You know, so it got to be talked about. It got to be discussed. But I just want everybody to be aware. Just do your part.
Yep.
Do your part. You
and
know?
I think, but I mean, I'm serious about that. I don't see, y'all might laugh. It sounds funny.
Yeah.
But I'd be great. Somebody, hey, man, we just bought you a bag of groceries, man, in celebration and commemoration of Juneteenth. Slide me a slab of ribs.
Man, I don't think there were no ribs in none of those bags.
Ain't no ribs in no ribs. Slide me. I'm saying, but there should be. Damn it. I like pork.
I guess they need to have watermelon in the bag.
I mean, listen, I'm saying groceries, man. Send me some groceries. Send me some groceries.
Let's just say groceries.
Pay a mortgage. Pay a phone bill.
Pay a phone.
Find out.
Church organizations. Churches. Not churches.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Not the chicken spot.
Not the chicken, because y'all shit nasty.
Hey, but them okras be fire. Go ahead.
They do.
They be fun, man. Them okra.
That was my first job.
Fire, bro.
That was my first job.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me nothing bad about no okra. Anyway. But no, seriously, the churches, community centers, this should be places, and it's great, you know, to have programs where we talk about this and we discuss this. But at the end of the day, we commemorate, for example, Dr. King for the contributions he made to society through the years that he was living and how he tried to move the needle forward, right? This is why we gave him a national holiday, right?
Yes.
Only reason they didn't give Malcolm X a national holiday is because Malcolm X was militant.
That's my guy, though.
If you love Martin, you absolutely have to love Malcolm.
You have to, but some didn't. You know,
or pretended.
He was so against the grain, but that's my guy. I will. You know, it's very few men that I actually grew up idolizing.
Yeah.
Coming into my manhood.
Yeah.
Coming into my, you know, not my adulthood, my manhood.
Yeah.
It was those who pushed the narrative.
Right.
Aggressively.
Right.
Let me tell you what's really going on right now. Shout out to Miss Helen, man. Thank you, Miss Helen.
Shout out, Miss Helen. Thank you for Happy Father's Day.
Thank you for your Happy Father's Day. But that narrative needs to be aggressively. We need to kumbaya and we are, that's great talking about it.
I'm almost sure that there's more people got their head busted to kumbaya than Nuck If You Buck. I'm pretty sure. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Happy Juneteenth to you, Miss Ellen. I'm just saying. So, but yeah, man. So that's just what it is, people. This was another great week. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for once again. Hey, man, y'all support us. Donate to the cause. You already know what it is. We do need donations here at Year Radio.
Hey, we taking donations. Hey, put a dub on it. Put a dub on it. I promise the money is not being managed by me. I'm not doing nothing with the money. It's not being managed by me. It's managed by the company. You want to talk about the company? You have to talk to Mr. Williams.
Yeah, I am so looking for a manager of the finances.
Indeed.
But
because Mr. Everything can't be Mr. Everywhere. That's the problem.
They testing that theory.
They're trying it.
They're trying it. But once again, everybody, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the brothers. Once again, Dr. Travis Barber.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Trap.
He love Dr. Trap.
Wait till we get a t-shirt say Dr. Trap.
We getting a t-shirt.
I'm going to get a t-shirt say Dr. Trap on it.
Yeah, he don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Sean Shin with Healing Haven, brother. Thank you for everything that you have brought to me and the things that, just having, as Pastor Sean.
Yes.
And being able to have a conversation with me being dialing.
Oh, boy. That was interesting. That was interesting.
Pastor Sean. Dialing Yale.
Are you sure that wasn't Pastor Troy? He was drinking that night.
Hey.
Right on. Shout out to you, Pastor Sean.
You know what I'm saying? Also, Keith Lewis with I Am a Father First. And I want y'all to check out these organizations with these brothers, you know what I'm saying? And all the other, Billy D with Accountable Youth. Check out these organizations, man.
One more question.
You know what I'm saying? One more question. That's
Dr.
Trap.
Yeah. One more question.
So it's just so many things going on and so many people and so many things to celebrate. I just think we shouldn't be, of course we're going to be angry about some things.
Of course.
There's a lot of things that we can still be angry about. I just had a conversation with a young man yesterday. Actually, I had that conversation all this week.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew said, he got his music coming back, and he said, I need you to do this, and I need you to do that. I need you to do this, and what are you talking about, T? My sister, I think she's like 90 minutes behind on the stream. She's jumping back and forth.
No, she did some research for us.
Oh, okay.
The condom broke.
Okay, so she need to preference that. Willette Williams, get your shit together.
I heard the condom broke. But it had a reason to go wrong. I'm playing.
But circling back to what I was saying, conversation with a couple of people this week, they were mad at some things that happened. And he said this to me. He said this me and this person, and y'all did this. You know what? I am not in the position about worrying about what happened at this point. What's the resolution? What is the fix?
How do we get to this?
How do we? Okay, we're here in this moment because they had to sit down in my office. Young man sent me a whole bunch of text messages, and I said, I talked to my supervisor. I said, bring him in my office.
Yeah, please.
And I sat down. He walked in. He got his head down. I said, so go ahead. You out of your feelings yet? And you out of your feelings yet? Sit down. I said, because at this point, I heard what you said. Where do we go from here?
Right.
How do you get past this moment? How do you get out of your moment? What's your fix to your problem?
Yeah.
What's your what's your fix to this moment?
Right.
That's why, resolution driven, purpose driven, focus. Got to focus on what's next. And I think that's where we are with it. I think we're getting to a point where it's a lot of division created. Understand this. Father's Day can be very separate from Juneteenth, along with the purpose of Juneteenth being very separate from Pride Month.
Right.
It's a whole bunch of stuff in the pot where people are saying, I'm right about this exclusively, and I'm right about this exclusively, and I'm right about this exclusively. And it ain't about ain't about you in this moment, it's about me. Put all in a pot of gumbo that may not mesh well.
That's some nasty gumbo.
Yeah, especially with that rainbow shit.
Stop it. We could all work together.
I mean, have you ever put Skittles in a pot of gumbo?
Again, this is Mark. I've never. However, but your point, I get your point. But this is what I agree with you. Circling back, restating the fact. Is that what we call it?
Yeah.
Restating the fact.
Let me reiterate.
You are correct. You can have these are all very separate celebrations, all for very separate reasons, right? Right. But I think collectively moving forward from here, because everything is so compartmentalized and it touches on a lot of things, kind of like what you said with us and holidays. You know, we veterans, we're fathers. We do a lot of different things that probably are combined, but it's all about being a complete person. Mm-hmm. And it's all about what you think will move your person and your people and your community forward. And as long as we can agree that the community needs to move forward, I think we'll be in a better place.
Right, bro. Even with disagreements.
Okay, you can disagree.
So we got to disagree. How do we move forward?
How do we get past
Because this is where I'm at with it. I'm not going to agree with everything you're talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So understand that I could disagree with you, and that doesn't mean I hate you. That don't mean I agree with what you're saying. So I have conversations with men about, the whole, black men, black people are being held down stance. I actually understand where they're at right now because I've talked to them so much that I get their position.
Right.
Okay, it's been 400 years now.
You've identified the problem. Now, how do we solve it?
Yeah, you can say you're being held back still, and I made them aware that, no, we're still being held back because a man may not even be racist, but he's going to hire somebody that he's familiar with. Mm-hmm. I relate more to, if I'm a white man, I relate more to you as a white man than this black guy coming through here, and I have a perception or a certain stereotype of him. Don't mean that he's a bad person.
Right.
His damn resume may speak better than yours.
Yeah.
So I, as a hiring manager, I'm not going off the resume.
Right.
I'm probably going off how I resonate
the
with this
familiarity.
guy. The familiarity. He said, you know what? I understand that.
Yeah.
Did he totally still agree with it? No, because we can't use that for every moment.
No.
So we're not going to use everything for every moment. Let's always move towards a resolution, a fix. But we got some things coming up. Once again, like I said, we talked this community talk. Miss Monteria Robinson has reached out to me recently. If you remember early last year, we had the interview with her about the murder, I'm calling it, of her son, Jamarion Robinson. Check out that interview on Yale Radio Cast where she spoke of her son that actually got shot 56 times with over 64 bullet wounds in his body. It's not over. Please join me and my family as we continue to seek justice for Jamarion Robinson. Mark your calendars for the continuance of the immunity hearing from 21st to the 22nd. They're trying to get immunity for these officers that were convicted in this murder.
Yeah.
Please share and donate to the GoFundMe, Justice for Jamarion. We are finally getting closer to the finish line. With the address there, Richard B. Russell Building, 75 Ted Turner Drive, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia, 30303, time 8:30 a.m.
That is correct.
So once again, that was a situation where the son had a mental health moment, what did he suffer from? Schizophrenia. He was schizophrenic. And the girlfriend called, if I recall correctly,
some help.
For some help. The cops came and they killed this young man.
They murdered him.
In
cold blood.
Yes. It took a whole task force to shoot up the house that this young man was in while he was upstairs. And took the life of this young man. And we're at a moment like this where, as I say, this is where we come together.
Yeah.
Even if we can't be present, we all ain't got a chance to go out and march and be at the courthouse, but sharing this content to let the world know, or your social circle know, hey, this is what's going on out there.
Yeah.
Turn off the twerking videos, y'all. Turn off the rap videos, y'all.
Let go of the tickety-tackety.
Yes, the tickety. You sound like an old man.
I am an old man. But no, really, you're right. Let's get out there, man, and really, really effectively make a change, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's get out there and let them hear our voices, y'all. That would be my Juneteenth miracle wish.
Say that again.
That would be my Juneteenth miracle wish, that we get out there and let them know what we really going through and affect some real change in our communities, bro.
Right.
That's real.
Well, that's where I'm at with it, man. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Once again, donate to EL Radio Cast. It doesn't have to be a lot of money, but a lot of money is appreciated.
Hey, like, and subscribe. Share this with 5 people.
Like, subscribe, share the stream. More comments, more shares, more likes, more subscribe. Please donate $1 or $2. This helps move the needle forward. We're upgrading equipment. We have more outside events coming up, and this takes financial assistance to us as well.
Absolutely.
Where these events ain't necessarily for us, we're putting these things together for y'all.
Yep,
you
absolutely.
know, for y'all to see the movement happen, for y'all to see the growth happen, for us to connect the links, for us to bring people to you that you say aren't around. We're bringing the people that we see that are around to you. You just may not be aware of it. Okay, so any last things, Mark?
Hey, last things I got to say is everybody, please be safe out there this weekend. It's hot in the A. Definitely. If you out there, no matter where you celebrate, no matter where you're listening from, be safe out there in those streets. If you are celebrating Juneteenth, definitely celebrate well. Take some time to talk to your families. Take some time to talk to your community. Take some time to try to do some good. Maybe you can offer some assistance to someone who is sick, shut in, elderly, or infirmed. Maybe you can do that. Show that you are here in support of your community. Shout out to everybody that's celebrating Father's Day and all those fathers.
Shout out to the fathers.
Shout out to the fathers.
The father circle.
No,
I love y'all,
days
man.
off, fathers. That's what we do. Celebrate your Father's Day. Sit back, kick your feet up, go on and enjoy them socks and them Avon colognes and Skittles, random Skittles, random Skittles from the children.
Don't put Skittles on the grill.
Please don't put. If you put them on the grill, your Father's Day card is being revoked. But other than that, man, I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in as always, joining us here on the Mail Review, right here on your radio cast, the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, your boy Mark L. and my masterful co-host, Dylan Yell, the namesake. Shout out again to the leg. The whole leg.
The whole leg.
Including the Achilles heel who is healing. And Brother T.R. who is drilling. All I got to say is...
drilling.
Healing and drilling. Healing and drilling. So just to shout out again to y'all out there on the streams and y'all out there listening. Thank y'all for tuning in again. And we will catch y'all again on another Saturday. And as always, my brother, our motto is and always has been...
It will remain, get the business.
Get the business. We'll see y'all next time.
See y'all next week. Holla at y'all.
Happy Juneteenth. Show me them teeth, baby.
Yeah. Radio Cast.